Let's read this first story from the Daily Mail. Biden stands by his comment that Putin cannot remain in power, but insists he was expressing moral outrage, not policy change. Claims 3 Russia gaffes didn't happen, despite White House having to walk them back. I got to show you the video, everybody. You need to watch this because I'm sitting downstairs. I get a message. It's from Cassandra Fairbanks McDonald, and she's like, "You need to watch this video." No laughing and LOL or anything. It was like, "Watch this," and then I watch it, and we're just playing it on the counter, and then all of a sudden we get to this point where everyone in the room busts out laughing, and I'm just like, "We are screwed."
Come on, man.
Let me play this clip for you guys, and then we'll. Oh wait, let me fix the audio for you.
But it's funny because before the show started, I was browsing Twitter. I didn't get a chance to do that today. It's very necessary. And I saw your tweet with that Biden video, and I was cracking up. I didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
I was like, we are screwed.
Yeah,
all right, let's see if we got it. Hopefully it's loud enough.
Are you worried that other leaders in the world are going to start to doubt that America is back if some of these big things that you say on the world stage keep getting walked back?
What's getting walked back?
It made it sound like, just in the last couple days, it sounded like you told U.S. troops they were going to Ukraine. It sounded like you said it was possible the U.S. would use a chemical weapon, and it sounded like you were calling for regime change in Russia, and we know...
None of the three occurred.
None of the three occurred?
None of the three.
Mr. President?
You interpret the language that way. I was talking to the troops. We were talking about helping train the troops that are the Ukrainian troops that are in Poland. That's what the context. I sat there with those guys for a couple hours. That's what we talked about.
So when you said you're going to see when you're there, you were not intending to
I was
say
referring to meeting with and talking with the Ukrainian troops that were in Poland.
And when you said a chemical weapon use by Russia would trigger a response in kind.
It will trigger a significant response.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to tell you. You got to be silly.
The world wants to know.
The world wants to know a lot of things. I'm not telling them what the response would be. Then Russia knows the response.
That was amazing.
Also, I want to say I just love how it starts with this reporter talking to him like he's 5 years old. It's like the exact cadence and tone of voice he used to speak to a child with.
God bless Peter Doocy. He's been great this entire regime so far. He's going to be really important the next couple of years too.
Yeah, it's crazy how the guy from Fox News is the only one questioning the president. Look, if when you have a President Trump, you get a journalist who's like, Trump, I got to push back. I want some questions answered. I'll be like, we should have journalists pushing back, no matter what it is. If Trump could come out and give a good answer, and a journalist is like, I'm going to push back, and I want you to answer these concerns, I'm fine with that. But what did we get under Trump? Every single journalist was just always spitting and yelling and complaining, and very, very unserious lies, manipulations, chasing false stories. Now we get Biden, arguably one of the worst presidents we've ever had, who said, when you're there, you're going to see people in front of a damn tank refusing to move. It's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like troops are going to be there. He said, if Russia uses chemical weapons, we'll respond in kind. Is the U.S. going to use chemical weapons in Ukraine?
Well, remember, Tim, the adults are back in charge. That's what we heard for 4 years. We need to get the adults back in charge, and this is the best that they have to offer.
I think we went too far to the upper limits with that whole adult thing. Yeah.
I saw
could have been a little younger.
One of my favorite Don Jr. posts was he says you're supposed to eat your vegetables, not elect them.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's what we have right here. I mean, he's completely lost it, and to your point, the media was so vicious towards Trump, and they would lie about him, but now they cover for their lies, and they'll actually run stories about how Joe Biden didn't actually say what he said. This is what he actually meant, and so it's a total double standard, and it's complete BS.